All right, and we are actually live this time. What's up, guys? I am your hostess with the mostest, Tiff, with All In with Tiff. I am with my friends today, actually. Introduce yourself, boys.
We're the founders of the Crypto Mindset course, but we run 2 crypto YouTube channels of 30,000 subs each. Mine is Cultivate Crypto, but you can call me Charlie. And then,
Dollar Cost Crypto, you call me Miguel. Yeah, we were just with Tiff over there in Miami.
oh yeah, she knows what's up, but we have to introduce ourselves like we don't know our audience.
Right.
Yeah, no.
But yeah, we've been.
I didn't expect to see you guys at the yacht party.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah, we keep forgetting that you live in Miami now, or the Florida area, I should say.
Yeah, but it was good. Yeah, fun times.
Yeah, now I'm about to be out there and harass you guys next week in Vegas.
Perfect. Yeah, well, do you play gambling much, or do you go to casinos at all, or?
You know what? I don't. My problem is like I don't know when to walk away. Like last time I was in Vegas in January, I lost like $1,800 at Resorts World.
That's what I like to hear.
Hey, sometimes you got
to risk it for the biscuit.
Tax benefits.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair though, like I had a lot of money flow through my hands. I just should have walked away when I was like $4,000 up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, that's always how it is, right? It's like you go to have a good time and, you try to win, but you don't expect it, and you just have a good time while you're doing it. So it's the people, who come to Vegas and think, they're going to come away, multimillionaires or something like that. They always get rinsed. And actually, it's kind of sad. There's a good subset of people who have become homeless here in Vegas and just, they get stuck here. So yeah, don't do no, that's some crazy shit right there.
Yeah,
dude, that's terrible.
Yeah, the city will let you do whatever you want, basically, but it will let you hit if you're going to fall from the tree, it's going to hit every branch on the way down.
Yeah, you can kind of tell which ones they might be too, and you're kind of like driving down the road. It's like, okay, this person looks like they should probably be like, at a job and like they're somewhat put together, but like they're kind of new on that path or something, so they might have gotten rinsed at the casino or who the hell knows.
And they're kind of like stuck because like some of that mentality is kind of what we try to teach our students in terms of not to do that, obviously, but kind of like see that even if you were to lose on something, it's not, you can't live in the land of like, oh my God, what if this didn't happen? Right. And then like, oh, I could have had this, I could have had that. Well, that's coulda, woulda, shoulda. It doesn't matter anymore.
Well, that's kind of the interesting thing about Vegas as a town, and then like crypto as an industry. Like there's obviously with any financial market, right, there's similarities and differences to gambling. So it's like, okay, how do you know the difference between when you're just gambling versus you're investing and doing things the right way? So like really kind of opens your eyes to a lot of finance, because we don't get taught this stuff in school, right? We generally have to teach ourselves this or go to, multiple trusted sources to kind of patch together all this information. Because I think, my background, is I'm a creative writing major, BFA, in creative writing. And then Miguel was his own business.
Yeah, serial entrepreneur. Just started. Yeah, I've always just owned my own businesses from the jump, basically. But
so like, nobody taught it. Like we didn't go to, school for economics or anything like that. The funny thing is now that we understand this whole money space in depth, when you look at what they actually teach in university too, for both business and economics, it's actually pretty terrible. Like it's interesting and it's like theory, but it's not like in actual practice, right?
Right.
So yeah, don't practice too much at the casinos though.
Dude, you gotta learn how to walk away. Like most people, like myself, don't know how to walk away until it's like, you're down 1,000 or like you're down like 2,000. You're just like, huh? Time to go.
It's all relative to bankroll too, and I mean not to make this just all about casino and stuff, but it is kind of important because we actually have told a couple guys we have some guys are too cautious, where like being able to actually learn how to gamble a little bit will help them out, and other guys we tell them to stay the fuck away, stay away and stuff, because it's just not good with their personality. But it's most of the time when you go to the casino, you're on average, right, you're going to be up 50% to 2 times on your money, and then it's just straight to zero. And then anytime you're up from your buy-in, whatever it is, maybe $500 to $1,000, whatever, depending what the average person does, the most you're up is about 4 to 5 times in a night and stuff, because it just depends, because just odds and stuff are against you anyway, so you can hit like a hot streak on blackjack, and then you hit this peak, and then you have to keep trying a little bit, but as soon as it starts going, you have to walk away, and that's the hardest thing, is to knowing when to like fold them basically and get your money out and stuff.
Yeah, Kenny Rogers is right about that one.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like kind of how the crypto market is, right? Like
some aspects, yes.
Greed dominates.
Yeah, and I would say like one of the best analogies for crypto, because now you have, behind us you see Bitcoin and Ethereum on the Crypto Mindset logo, and now we have probably at least 50 other coins that are of decent value in terms of price action plus some fundamentals, right? Which is a lot more than before. So like what we teach people basically is like, okay, first, how not to lose on that, right? Kind of how can you set yourself up in crypto in a way that it's like you can cover your initial bet pretty quick, take that, put that back, and now you get basically free chips or free casino chips is what we like to call them for the coins after that. So if you can kind of set yourself up nice at the beginning, then you feel like, okay, I'm taking less risk because I've already got gains, right? And that's really why we every time the Crypto Mindset course comes out, we basically have a dip in the market, and it's not because we're Michael Saylor with $250,000 Bitcoin and trying to sell it all in the market. It's just because we understand the market and kind of how the market moves. So it's like we want to get people in at the times where it's advantageous to them, instead of most people unfortunately, right, take advantage of people and try to sell them a product when it's at the very tippy top and say, hey, buy it all right now, and then everything goes down, right?
I'm gonna make you rich.com.
Don't be poor.com.
Don't be poor.com.
That's the actual website, isn't it?
Yeah, no, don't be broke.
Don't be broke.com. Yeah.
So funny, my video title is Stop Being Poor.
Yeah, there's literally a payday loans place that the dollar, I forgot what it's, a dollar or something. They own a bunch of like arenas here in Las Vegas and stuff, and it's like their whole slogan is just don't be broke, but obviously don't get payday loans, you guys. Terrible
ideas.
No, like one of the things I'm like really happy about that I listened to was listening to you, Miguel, when you told me to buy Solana. I mean, I wish my account got approved a little sooner.
Yep, that's always how it is. It's always like, damn it.
It's like once you get the fire under your ass to go and do something with crypto, because it takes a few steps, right? Once that happens, it's usually close to when you want to take an action, right? And sometimes it can take up to a couple weeks basically to get it all set.
That's what happened to me, because I was like trying to buy in when I think it was like $60.
Yeah.
But like the average cost after I bought more was about like $116 when I bought them, but I started buying in when it was like $90.
Yeah,
nice. But even when that market just like took that hit, like I was actually texting Miguel and I'm like, dude, is this gonna go back up? Is this gonna go back up? I'm kind of nervous.
Well,
I'm really like
zero.
Now it's back up at a $2,200 profit.
Yeah,
there you go.
And we've also, like, I've been helping other people as well and stuff, because a lot of people have been dealing with, like, it's really surprising actually, especially if it's their first time investing, where they're getting throttled like a lot. Like they only could maybe put like $100 or $200 into the market for some reason.
Yeah, some banks really try to limit you. The craziest story was at one of these local credit unions. Basically, you can walk in there and the manager, if they ask you, what are you going to do with the money? You say, I'm going to basically put it into Coinbase or a crypto exchange or anything like that. They say basically like there's actual mandates from their management that says like you can't service them or whatever, or you can refuse basically. Right. And
Bank
like,
so if I say cocaine and hookers, it's A-OK.
It's A-OK.
A-OK, right? Yeah, because that's going into the OnlyFans economy.
Exactly,
so like,
exactly.
Can you imagine though, when it comes to your taxes and your account's like, okay, is this business or personal? Sir, that's 40-40.
And so what you just don't tell them, yeah, you just be like, hey, I'm just putting in some money, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it's and this is your money,
and it's your right, like people make these days, a lot of politics and a lot of the news media makes like actual exercising of your freedom make you feel like a criminal. Yeah. Like they really try to make that happen.
It's almost like, I mean, they're like asking you questions, is like, so what are you going to do with this money? Oh, I don't know, something illegal. Gotcha. Finally.
I wish we could make the words like "not your business" great again. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you do with this money? It's none of your business. I work hard for it.
Yeah. And then you got Elizabeth Warren, like basically playing Gary Gensler like a fiddle and saying like, hey, just say all this freedom of money with crypto is a bad thing. It's all for criminals. It's all money laundering. It's all casinos. It's all gambling. It's gonna, it's worse than, smoking 20 packs of cigarettes a day. Like they just really want to ramp the fear up, But hey, don't elect those fuckers.
Dude, like no, like I want to ask your opinion. So what do you think about the what is it? 46? No, it's 44.6% capital gains tax that the president is trying to impose.
Oh my god.
Not present for long. Taxes, especially for the rich and shit, is the number one way to get yourself out of office and stuff. And that wasn't even the scary one. So he was talking about increasing the federal tax rate to that point, which is insane already. But they were talking about doing a 25% unrealized gains, which is like, all right. So Tiff, you know how you made $2,200, right, in profits, right?
Yeah.
And you haven't sold, right? Correct?
No.
At the end of the year, you would owe the government $500 or $600 of that minimum. Even if you haven't sold, because if you don't sell, you don't have taxes. You don't get taxed. That's how it works. So
and they know like this would never pass. It's pretty unreasonable and it's almost impossible for them to track. But
the audacity of it
is crazy.
And then too is like in an election year, you would think you would do it during like the House or the Senate, or like I guess there's more jobs there, so they're afraid to do it there. But like, it's like you want to lose the presidential race. It's right. It's that crazy. Like I cannot even believe it.
I mean, for the record, I didn't vote for this.
That's good.
You know what? It's not. I'm not gonna lie. Like I've been so fucking happy seeing how miserable people are, and I mean that for like people are talking all this shit, and then it's like now I see like how unhappy people are, and I'm just like, I told you,
yeah.
I told you. Now are you gonna listen?
Nope, they won't. Like that's the thing is like
these people want to be rich, but they're literally voting to be poor. Yep. And it's like so how can we tell the people how to protect their crypto assets? How long do they have to hold on to it if we get President Moonbeam again and like this ridiculous 44.6% capital gains tax like passes? How do we protect our asset the best way possible?
That's a hard one if it actually passes. Yeah. I mean, like, when they pass a tax there on capital gains, it's like, it is what it is, right? So like if you tried to, for income tax, right, you'd want to be in a state that has the lowest income tax possible, right? So you got Wyoming, South Dakota, Nevada, Texas, Florida, as options there. But that's just for the income, right? That's not for the investment money. Yeah. But then at least that gives you, more bang for your buck to invest, right? Because if you get taxed both on your income and then on the investment, capital gains basis or whatever, it's bad. But
it means you trend to zero eventually.
Right. And ultimately they do have brackets for anybody who holds longer than 1 year. So that would be like the only saving grace. And it still is the only saving grace in the current system as well, which is, if you hold longer than 1 year without selling your asset, in this case, Solana or whatever, then you would pretty much owe a much lower percentage, but it would be based on your income bracket. So if you are, a high earner, then you'd probably still you'd bring it from like 44 to like 40%.
I think it might be 20 actually.
No, I mean 20 for over a year, but if you're at a high enough tax bracket, I'm saying like you'd still be a little bit higher than 20%.
Yeah, because if you're in the lower tax bracket, it's 15%, and then it goes up to 20, and then there's like if your assets have, we don't have to worry about the dividends thing, but there's like something where like it can go up to like 25% maximum and stuff.
But if they try to change it to 44, they might try to change it too. But but that's the only thing is like holding longer than a year. But there's a lot of countries like Germany that are more reasonable. If you hold longer than a year, you owe like I think zero in taxes, pretty much.
Really?
Yeah. Which is amazing. So it's like all the day traders is really where they're trying to get money from, which actually makes a lot of fucking sense.
Right.
Like I'm like, okay, that's something that's reasonable.
Right.
And all right. I'm looking for a German national boyfriend. Get me out of here. No, I'm just kidding.
But what you gotta remember, winter's coming. So screw being in Germany.
You gotta remember you're an American citizen. They'll come and get your ass, even if you live in Antarctica. They'll still try to take taxes from you.
Yeah. You basically have to stop being a U.S. citizen. Yeah.
If you want absolute immunity.
Damn.
Yeah, but we are hitting a point now that there's only we're hitting, I would call tax max or like peak tax, where like we're hitting a point where like if the taxes keep going higher and higher, they're just going to put a point in time where I think it cracks basically, because it just doesn't. It's like
people will revolt at some point. They'll be like, no, but it these days compared to back when you had the Boston Tea Party or anything, like these days people take a lot more shit as a society. So I think it would take quite a lot to get that to happen.
But there was that whole thing too, where they're like 2%, but like there was the reason they were getting mad too is because that 2% was from a foreign country, which was the UK and the Queen or the King or whatever at the time.
Yeah,
but there was still taxation in the local level that they don't really they try not to talk about.
Of course.
But it wasn't ridiculous as like it was probably like sub 10% or something.
Yeah,
like that. It wasn't ridiculous.
Yeah. I think all the tax laws that we have right now, like if you look at them compared to like most of history, they're like completely wonky. Like it wasn't until like it was sometime in the 90s where all this stuff started, they're just like, okay, how much money can we take from these people to make sure that they can't, make it out of their current class, wherever they're at,
Yeah, the normies, like even the people who don't know much about anything and stuff like that when it comes to finance, the housing thing is becoming such a problem now that like even they're talking about like housing and affordability, which is not good, because when even the dum-dums and the masses are start talking about it, it's like, oh, we got a problem here because everyone's now talking about it now.
Everybody can feel it. It's not just something they know.
Yeah, and now they're getting into words and stuff. And there's too is just because like there's people still living with their parents. Like, and I don't shit on anyone for that and stuff. I mean, I know there's the whole social media red pill sort of side of like, what are you doing living with your parents? You should be living in a cardboard box side of the road. But legitimately, like it is tough for a lot of people, because a lot of people wasted a lot of their 20s in school and for nothing really.
Yeah,
for the most part. Still, that's no excuse to like not try to be working and trying to get a job or something like. But like some people can be defeated really easily just because of a couple L's.
Yeah, and I think like each generation you can tell is getting like the rougher end of the stick, because basically the boomer generation is the one selling off everybody's future by printing money, right, and basically debasing the U.S. dollar significantly. And so if you go down to what is it, Gen Z these days, who are like the kids going into like high school or college now, I think. They really coming out like they're gonna have to really like it's the self-learners, it's the people who are gonna learn through YouTube, and the people who are self-starters are gonna do just fine. But everybody else, like the dream of having a house, even right, like is crazy for a lot of them.
It is to own a car. You got the payments, you got this, you got that, and like I mean personally, like I used to be skeptical as hell of crypto until you guys got me more comfortable with it and understanding. So like for someone in their early 20s, like how much of like their paycheck would you like recommend that like they would like put in the crypto, for example, for the young people that are watching, that are thinking about buying your course right now and being like, I do want to escape the real matrix. The real matrix is being held back from your financial freedom.
Correct.
Yeah.
That's the real matrix.
I guess it depends on I mean, it's just like at that age, right? Because you have such limited funds and stuff, you need to hyper concentrate. Either like you're either starting your own business 100% into real estate, trying to become a real estate investor, or selling real estate, just some like you're just trying to scratch your way into the industry,
or learn while you're doing it.
Exactly. Or just fully funnel into crypto.
Yeah.
And that's kind of the lanes you got to choose, because at that age, you don't really have the time or money or resources other than just, well, I guess time is the only really resource you have and stuff like that. So, it'd be pretty much all of it, damn near. Outside of just doing something really dumb, like taking out money out for the family, your family had given you this, like something outside of doing like draining the family bank account, something ridiculous like that. Most of your money should be going anywhere, because any money you make below $23, $24 is kind of before the ages of 23 to 24 years old is kind of bullshit anyway. It's not real money.
Well, and you're going to spend it, most of it, right?
On alcohol or women or weed.
Or weed.
Yeah.
But yeah, and like, so there's, I think for people who are young, right, I would treat it as two things, right? A savings account as well as a financial education, right? Because okay, if you're going and selling real estate, you're going to get a financial education. You're going to understand real estate. Great. You also understand sales. That's also pretty good. If you come and do crypto, right, you're going to understand a little bit more about investment and trading and how that side of finance works, and actually pretty much how money works overall. Like you get really down the rabbit hole eventually, because you're like, why is crypto valuable? It's like, what is money? Not that kind of thing. So that's a really good education there. But then also, let's say, for example, you're using it as a long-term savings account. And you're like, okay, I'm going to be spending this money anyway, so I want to keep it, right? And then, you put, for me, it was I put my first 1,000 in crypto. It went down to 700 within like a few days. And I was like, yeah, typical, whatever, forgot about it. And then like 2 months later, it was $4,000. I'm like, oh shit, like in 2 months, I can Forex my money. Like I got to learn this shit, And so, yeah, hyper concentrating and going hard. And basically, I think it usually what it does is we had actually one kid on one of our streams say, put a fire under his ass, because when you get gains in crypto, you want to find more money to put into crypto in order to increase your bag and your investments. And so it makes you actually work a lot harder. And so we had one kid who's like, you know what, guys, you made me do it. I had to start my own business. He's like 22 years old or something. I'm like, awesome, man.
Yeah, no, like I think I put like 6,500 into crypto, and now I'm up about $2,500.
Yeah, the market hasn't even really gotten started yet. So like that's just the beginning.
On the next level,
no. So when do you think the market's gonna start pumping? Because I got them, like, let's use my coins that I bought. Solana, Gala, and like the Phantom. Because like didn't you say something about like Phantom gonna be getting an upgrade or something to the blockchain and then pumping?
Yep.
The Bitcoin happening, right?
Let's go to the moon, baby.
Let's go to the moon. So yeah, over the next 2 months, we're going to start getting the markets to start kind of revving up. Right now, we obviously a month and a couple weeks ago, we were at $74,000 Bitcoin. Everything was going real great. It's come down now. We've kind of hit the low already. I think what was it? We went from 74,000 down to $57,000.
Yep.
We're right now in the. I think if I look right now, we're at
63.
$63,000. So
$150 Solana, not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, so like Solana's gone up quite a little bit. It's up 21% in the last 7 days, and basically Solana's on its way to to go above $200 and go above its all-time high.
Yeah, good prices for Solana is anywhere between $130 to $180. It's $150 now, so it's actually like a very reasonable like dollar cost average point for anybody who's still putting money in the market.
Yeah, because over the next 3 months, like I can see Solana, touching like $300, coming down a little bit. Like I've been saying this since like last year. Like Phantom was like when we were buying into it, Phantom was 16 cents. We were saying that like by the summer, by this summer right now that we're going into, like it'll hit about $2.50. So it's 70 cents right now. So this is the easy stuff. There's coins that are even more degenerate, lower market cap, more risky. But as long as you have 80% of your money in these bigger coins, and then you can speculate a little bit or just stick to the big ones, you can make a really good amount of return from them. And this is before like this thing really starts ramping up. If Bitcoin goes above 100,000, we're flying.
Yeah,
we're flying.
Yeah, and I think our first shot at that might be around September of this year for 100K Bitcoin. And yeah, by that point, you want to be locked and loaded, right? Like, Bitcoin goes on a 4-year cycle, and then basically all the altcoins and basically the whole cryptocurrency ecosystem follows that 4-year cycle. And it's usually the strategy is buy 6 months before the halving. So basically like last October, and then sell about a year to a year and a half after the halving, which would be next April to October, November-ish. And so we pretty much have about a year and a half if the cycle goes as it usually does. There can be some curveballs and hiccups and changes along the way, so you don't want to pay attention during that time to just kind of see how the market goes. But it's not one of those things where it's like you have to hyper pay attention every single day. Like usually it does get a little addicting and people like to do that, but we just advocate hey, once a week at least come and have a touch point and see where everything's at, add more information into your brain in terms of what's happening in the market, and then you just keep an eye on the market. But in terms of taking profits, I think at this point in the market, because we're right at that halving point, and the market really gets hot about 3 to 6 months after the halving, like Miguel was saying, like most coins right now, like he was saying, even the safe ones have like a 15x plus in them. So, for most people, I think from this point in the market, they should average around, if they have a nice mixture in the portfolio with enough higher risk plays, like you were saying, once you understand what's going on, to the stuff like Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, that's, a little safer. Once you have that kind of mixture there, I think most people can get about a 25x overall in the portfolio from the market for here. So if you put in $1,000 in the market, basically the next year and a half, you're aiming for 25,000. Now, of course, there's no guarantee of any of that, but that's what we've seen in the past with crypto. Of course, I would say, what would be the worst case scenario? We basically peak out going into the election or something like that, and we get 10x, on the money from here. And so instead of getting up to 25K per $1,000 in the portfolio, we get up to 10K. Oh my God, it's crying tears of, could have done better.
So I'm sorry, like you're only making $60,000. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
So I have a question. So okay. So let's say, it's going to happen. The summer is coming. So when the market goes up, right?
Yeah.
Do you think us having another 4 years with whatever his name is going to affect the markets? And do you think people should sell if this guy gets another 4 years in office?
That's an interesting question.
I do think it's a net negative.
Yeah, it's a net negative, especially for inflation, because they say like, oh, we've tackled inflation. No, you didn't.
No, you didn't. They changed the numbers. They've changed. We used to they used to track prices based off of a 2-year average. So like, what was the prices from 2 years ago, and that'll show us how much of it. Like, let's just say, all right, this bottle of water was $1. 2 years from now, let's say the bottle's $1.25. Inflation's 25% on that water bottle. But if they change to 1 year average, okay, a year ago it was only $1.15. It's only gone up 10%, or it's only gone 1%. So by changing it from 2 to 1, they can hide the data very rapidly, because then from there, maybe in 1 year it doesn't go up a lot. And see, hey, it's back down to 2% like it's normally has.
Oh, it's all because of what we did.
It's all because of what we did. And well, dude, 3 years ago I was still buying this for $1, dude. It's $1.30 now. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. Like, that's not good. And then that's
30-second reels and TikToks to thank for giving everybody a short attention span and forget we are still actually in the height of inflation.
Yeah. Shout out to Vine.
Yeah, Vine for starting it all.
Yeah, suppose he's coming back on Twitter.
Man, I remember when Vine came out, I had like 45,000 followers on it. It was crazy.
Oh wow.
Like MySpace, I had like 8, so many people, tens and thousands of people were adding me. It was really crazy.
Yeah, man, the social media, it just wasn't, the thing wasn't laid out, because us knowing what has happened now, it's kind of like hindsight's 2020. But when sometimes you look at the general, the Zoom, not the Zoomers, but the boomers and stuff like that, or the Xers, you see dumbasses, why don't you just keep buying real estate? It was so cheap back then. But at the same time, too, that wasn't very apparent. This is why Robert Kiyosaki was so vital back then.
Yes.
And people just weren't listening. Some people did and made themselves really rich. Because you imagine, I had clients of mine, because I had a landscape irrigation business back in the day, where when they were in their early 20s to very early 30s, they were able to buy houses for about $6,000 to $15,000. The average pay back then, you were making maybe $8,100 a year, maybe a little bit more than that. So you were able to you could just take a mortgage out and basically pay. You could get a couple houses in 10 years. Yeah. Imagine getting 3 houses every 10 years.
My grandpa did do something like that, right? He had plots of land, basically in Minnetonka, Minnesota, which is kind of now a very ritzy area.
Yep.
The one 3 plots that he had on the side of the lake, he bought just like that, right? Because he's door-to-door salesman, and then sold those 3 plots in I think 20, 30 years later for way more than he ever put into it. So it was a great investment. And then he got basically paid off the house across the street that we still have there. What do you call it, for free, right? But if you look at those plots now, how much they sell for, it's millions of dollars.
Yeah.
Crazy numbers. You just have mega mansions in those areas now. Yeah. But it's one of those things where it's from that generation just had that opportunity right in front of them. And some of them recognize it a little bit, but it's hard to really see that far ahead.
And when we see this kind of in the crypto space, because there's we're going to be teaching people about, believe it or not, video game land.
Yeah.
Land, these
digital
lands,
land, digital property.
Lands. We have made
Bitcoin
so much money.
Bitcoin is digital property. Yeah.
So it's the sort of thing where once you learn crypto, like we have yet to meet a person that hasn't taken the course, that as soon as you learn crypto and how things work, that you'll be able to look at the real world and like put it in crypto terms, and you'll understand it. It's so crazy. It's like, oh, so basically they're just printing money and giving it to their fucking holders. Okay, that's what they're doing. Oh, they're just doing this shit. And
but
money
who
to
are the
friends.
holders is the question.
Yeah, who are the holders, right? But these like you have to understand, we went from America's like, obviously Trail of Tears and all that stuff, but then and disease and everything like that, but the land was all taken away, and then a lot of people were able to get it for free, and then a lot of people during that time didn't really respect that they could get land, and that's what's happened over time. Is like, this is kind of like Bitcoin doesn't cost nothing or very little bit, and now over time it's like, whoa, this stuff's really starting to cost something. It's like legit now.
Yeah, that's a difference of something happening over 150 years versus 15 years.
Correct.
Like, that's how fast Bitcoin's moving too. It's like, the craziest thing about Bitcoin is if you look at the technology and you look at how we use it, it's the first money in human history that's ever been created by the people for the people, and it's actually been adopted by the people outside of government.
Yeah.
Like, that right there is almost as powerful as, the creation of the wheel or, the printing press or, name almost any technology that we have, because, how many times in human history have the people actually been in control of their own money? Pretty much never. Or if it was like merchants, in certain class areas of, society and stuff like that. Like, but, and then still, the government would take it away from them, here and there. And what's the government trying to do now? Trying to outlaw crypto as much as possible, right? Trying to basically scare the shit out of people, because, the SEC already has been charged with like basically overstepping their bounds.
Yep.
And they're still putting lawsuits like left, right, and center every week against crypto. It's like, you guys are basically going to lose all those cases. They just want the media headline to look bad.
Yeah,
I love how like they're trying to demonize crypto so much, because the crazy thing is, it's like people like use crypto in the beginning for like, pretty bad stuff, but it's just like as more.
And then that's even bullshit either too. Like, no.
Really?
Yeah, dude, no. Almost no one, what most people were using this for was either to buy stuff on the internet and then from there to get rich.
Right.
That's 99.9% of people.
99999.
It's just they focus on that because they don't look. So they're like, what's happening is that they're trying to get people so desperate that they have to rely on the government.
Right.
And they don't like it that people have found an avenue to get rich.
But cash is like, what do you call it? Used by criminals. It's a favorite tool of criminals, and yet they don't outlaw that, right?
Yeah.
But maybe they will one of these days because they're going to try.
Do you know that the number one thing used by criminals is oxygen? Do you know that the number one thing criminals use is water?
Yes.
Do you know that every criminal has a gun, but every gun has a criminal? Do you know
God.
that?
I do know that.
Do you know that every single person that uses crypto is a criminal? But do you know that every single criminal also uses the dollar? Right?
Mm-hmm.
Every single, from drug cartels to everything, everyone uses the dollar, and this is the bullshit. It's such nitpicky. Crypto is one of the worst things on the planet to use as for nefarious reasons, because you can track it all.
Yeah.
I can track
anytime there's been a hack of over $50 million, within 24 hours they find who it is, and if it's not a government, they basically can capture the person, and then usually they're like, okay, give it back and then work for us for a couple of years, and then we won't send you to jail, basically.
Well, I like it because it's like people can send like their family like money. You know what I mean? Like, I noticed there's like a lot of nurses and like CPAs or whatever hospital workers are from Africa that like come out here to the States.
Yep.
Yeah.
Work, get an education, they send money back, and it's like
Western Union.
Yeah.
Western Union steals. I mean, that used to be one of the most popular. There's still a lot of people that send money back to Mexico. But like, there's a lot of people from like Ethiopia that have to send money over to Africa and stuff, and it's tough because it's a ton of extra money. Like right now, like even with the Ethereum gas fees being what they're at, like I could send, like you could send as a family, I could send a family member $5,000 and it would cost me $1 to send it to them, versus like, oh wow, they're gonna jip me for $250 to send my family money.
And the amount of crypto ATMs that are around the world now is actually quite substantial. Like I would say most major cities, you can find multiple crypto ATMs in, even in countries like Africa, I've heard have plenty of those too. So, and I've seen in foreign countries that I've traveled to as well.
Africa loves USDC and Tether. They love that because basically people want to hold on to dollars because their local currency, as bad as a dollar is, every other currency is even worse. It's because the whole world revolves around interest rates and revolves around the dollar, right? Because you need the dollar to buy everything from oil to, basically minerals, basically. And if you're an international corporation, you have to use dollars anyway, right? So, like, I mean, imagine if you were a person holding your wealth in like, I don't know, I mean, even the Australian dollar, the Canadian dollar, the euro. The euro used to be worth 2.5 times more than the dollar. Now it's basically worth $1. Who's won out? Like, if you now the U.S. citizen still has lost out because the dollar's lost value, but man, the euro has basically lost 2.5 times faster than the U.S. citizen.
Dude, you know how
euro his own cut.
How thankful I was to be earning in dollars when I made my own business and I was living in Japan. Like, everything was cheap, and that was before the yen started collapsing recently, and then just recently the yen collapsed even more, and I'm just like, man, I feel so bad for any expats that are getting paid in the yen, because I'm just like, you literally can only use it in the country. Like, your purchasing power overseas becomes
Japan's amazing. Nothing. That country's dope.
So the Japanese, the yen, right, the national currency of Japan, has gone down against the dollar. I mean, substantially in 30 years. 30 years.
I think it's the lowest in our lifetime.
Correct.
Yeah.
It's only gone down. It's only since the 80s when they hit their all-time high. Since then, since the 80s till now.
But just the last 2 years, right? It's gone down like rapidly.
It's because they're having to print and it's because there's also a bit of a problem why like they're trying to tax, is because there's a shortfall, because the next generation, which is like it's millennials and Zoomers and Generation Alpha, who are like small little kids right now. Demography is like something me and Charlie are like super dorky into. We love this stuff, but like,
we're nerds about a lot of different things, but it makes us money.
Yeah, it makes us a lot of money. But there is like, what if you've seen the tip of that you ever heard of the tip of the pyramid, right?
Yeah.
If you reverse it backwards, right, the bottom of the Ponzi scheme, Ponzi scheme of the world, like what's like the whole economic system of the planet. What's happening right now is because the math isn't mathing. There's supposed to be more young people than old people. That's number one thing. Every couple. If every couple in America was having 3 to 4 kids, there wouldn't be a fucking recession right now. We'd be in a full bull. We'd be in a 30-year bull run right now. What's happening is the average couple is like, America, in terms of a developed nation, has the highest birth rate in the developed nation, and it's below replacement. So that means the average couple's you're having one couple that has 3 kids, and the average couple's having 1 kid. That equals up to like a little bit less than 2 kids. So basically, every couple needs to have one to replace you, one to replace your husband, one for the economy to grow. You basically need a 2.5 to 3 children born per couple, and your economy's winning because those people. It's a Ponzi in a way, because you need more people to have, because there's more people you can borrow from the future, and then those people will pay in taxes and in work and in production to pay off all the old people so they can fuck off and die.
What if you have
so they can fuck off and die?
No, but that's what it is. It's like you have to have more people paying. It's a Ponzi. You have to have more people working and paying into the system so the old people can fuck off and die. I mean, that's what it is in a way, because as soon as you become 65 years old, you're no longer a net contributor to society. You're net negative to a drain on the economy. Social Security is going to go bust by 2035, and that's a lie anyway, because I bet you it goes bust by 2031.
Oh yeah. Well, the real question is, what if you have Siamese twins? No.
winning.
Right. No. But yeah, I think 2029 is the year where basically millennials will have the equivalent, if not starting to have more control of the world global money supply and, basically economy.
That's scary.
Well, yeah, right. That's probably what the boomers say too. But it's one of these things where it's like, what do you think is going to happen? Do you think they're going to, continue using digital money and adopt that into the main system? Or do you think we're going to keep everything as is the way the boomers handed down to us? Probably not, right?
No, I think we're going to evolve into digital currency, because it's like Australia just went cashless.
There were cucks during COVID as well. Chinese cucks. Cucks. I can't believe we got the prisoner population of the UK cucking out to the Chinese.
Well, I'm not surprised at all, because they're used to being held captive.
Like,
no, all the Australians, if you want to really piss off an Australian, that's not even the worst thing you could say. They're like, yeah, whatever, family history, cool, it's all good. But if you say to an Australian or whatever, you're like, oh, are you British? Like, oh my god.
Let me put this in perspective. Imagine, Charlie, we have an island and we send all our prisoners from Florida. Just think about that.
Guantanamo.
Guantanamo, like Guantanamo, yeah, let's say we no more Guantanamo, we plab it out and we send all the prisoners from just the Florida boys from Florida over there.
Yep.
Do you think they're going to be cooking out to China? No, they're not. You know, so
Nope.
it's just insanity to me. Like, and then the people, the government and some of the, you know, I would call them was rich noble. I mean, basically because it's always like we pretend that there isn't like nobility in a way. Like it's kind of, you know, like
it's just different flavors or different names these days.
Right. And it's just great. And then too, the first thing is like the moment you get rid of the guns, they start trampling on you.
Yep.
The moment you can't defend, because they can have guns, but you can't.
Yeah. In Australia, right? That was, I think, like mid to late 90s when they outlawed having guns.
Oh, really? Oh,
yeah.
Because of the machine gun thing, right? That happened.
Yeah, there was a guy at Port Arthur in Tasmania who basically is a old prison or whatever. And there's a lot of tourism there. And I think he killed like 20 people. Something like that or whatever in a mass shooting. But, you know, so Australian was like, okay, we're going to use this as an excuse to get rid of the guns. They haven't had a mass shooting since, as far as I know.
No, but like mass knifings.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. If you, I mean, I hate to say it, but it's just the truth in Australia. If you see like the Aboriginals at the train stations at night throwing beer bottles onto the train tracks and shit like that, you know, there's a lot of that type of stuff going on too with like really bad crime in some parts of the city with that.
Yeah. And there's just, there's a lot of sort of things like that, but it's like you don't get rid of crime, you know.
You can't.
You can't. It's just human in a way, not even human nature, but it's just people looking for human advantage, or that if the economic system is unbalanced, men turn more violent because you have to. And then too,
especially if they get backed into a corner and they have no options.
Right.
You know, you have no options for improving your life in any way. Yeah. People go crazy.
Yeah. And this is why it's so important. Like, this is why we always, you know, we call ourselves the red pill of finance, because we do add a little bit of the red pill into this, because like, you know, once you take the crypto pill, you'll see the world in a new way, because us talking about memes and Ponzi's and all these other funny things and yield farms and, you know, yield farms, airdrops, all these sort of things, you'll start seeing, because it's so like the curtain was so pulled back in crypto that you start like, oh, I understand this and this and this. And then once you start looking at the real world and you're like, they're doing the same shit, just calling it something different.
Yeah. They have all these fancy terms to keep you out of the club, right? They don't want you to understand what's going on, and they want to make it hard for you. Why don't they teach you that in school? Right? Why don't they teach you, you know, like, why don't we watch The Big Short, you know, in school, and then basically break it down and say, like, this is exactly how the financial crisis happened, right? Because they don't want you to know how that shit works, right? They don't want you to know that we bailed the shit out of all these, you know, bankers and everything like this, and, you know, gave them a golden parachute. The only country that went after the bankers during the financial crisis for their crimes basically was Iceland.
Yeah.
They're actually the only people who put bankers in prison. I'm just like, hell yeah. But, you know, try getting that done in the States. The bankers have bought and paid for the Senate and the Congress 10 times over. And, you know, your votes don't mean as much. In that type
crazy though, because didn't all the women just go on strike? Like, they try to do like a society without women, but nothing happened to the country.
No, it actually improved. You want some? There's a study that came out on this, right? Is that they tested it out. The actual all the women left on that single on I think it was a couple days actually, and the economy actually improved. More shit got done because the whole HR department's basically fucked off. Is what happened.
All the Karens
and stuff like that. I mean, look, I don't care. I mean, it is what it is. I'll run for president one day, right? But it's like, really, we need to get rid of half these jobs. Like, we need to put these women back in the fucking kitchen. Like, just factually.
Well, I have a nuclear family, not all these broken families.
I would love to be in my kitchen and bake cupcakes and make pasta and Mexican food, because people in Miami don't know how to make fucking Mexican food.
And it's not saying like if someone wants to work, let them work, right? Truly, like I'm never, because like that is some wrong stuff to do too. Like where like you're enslaving a woman where like she literally has to be subservient. No. But a lot of women, when they're working, they're not making, they're basically like, I know tons of couples and stuff where like they're both working and almost like 85% of the pay the woman's making is just to pay the caregiver for the children and the daycare. Right. Then what's the point? You might as well stay at home with your kids.
Yeah.
And your kids are going to be less fucked up, and you'll at least be able to impart instead of like,
you'll be able to teach them some shit instead of them getting brainwashed by the state too. That's one thing that's massively important that people don't even,
I literally feel like a lot of stuff they teach you in school when you're growing up is like useless. Like other than like good grammar, you know, knowing history so we don't repeat it. You know what I mean?
Math.
A little bit of math.
Fourth
Math is kind of
subjects.
but like gender studies, women's studies.
Right.
Yeah.
Starting in kindergarten now. Jesus.
Yeah, and then there's some societal things because everything like behavioral economics, like you need carrots and sticks, right? So if you put certain incentives, right? Like if I said this, Charlie Rush, if you get married, Charlie, and you have 4 kids, you're going to pay 70 or 80% less in taxes.
Fuck yeah,
guys! All
right, how many baby mamas we can?
Can we make some mathematics right here? So maybe I get a certain amount of baby mamas pregnant.
That's why all these bitches got 8 kids right now.
It's like, oh my god,
man, I fucked up. I should have started that like 12 years ago. I would have a whole ass football team right now.
I mean, they have that in Russia a little, but it's a little joke, you know. Like I think they said it's a ridiculous amount. It's like if you have more than 8, it's like no taxes, no nothing, or something. But that's a tad, right? But children have become a bit of a luxury just because. No, but if everyone's having them, it's not. It's just like
right. In Russia, half of them go to the gulag, so you got to be like, okay, no, I'm joking.
Because you have obviously there's something about like if you're smart, if you're like, oh, Charlie's a smart guy and he gets with a chick, right? More likely the kids are gonna be smarter, right? But there is sort of a random lottery. You've seen it. There's 2 dumb parents and they have a genius kid.
Yeah, well, and the opposite
that's
too.
Like me,
right?
I sometimes 2 dumb parents. Point proven.
Damn, bro, man, I don't know, bro. You know, like. Yeah.
Hey, I got the creativity side. Okay.
Hey, that's good.
If we had another billion people, like, is the world better off with another billion people? The answer is yes, because in that billion, I mean, I think we have like some sort of hyper super genius. For every 100 million people, we have like some sort of mega hyper genius, and for every billion, we have like an Einstein.
Yeah.
Sometimes that Einstein.
But look at Elon Musk.
Right. Yeah. Like, imagine if we had another couple more Elon Musks.
Yeah. His family was all sorts of effed up, but he somehow made it out.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy.
I would like to have 4 more Elon Musk, 2 Warren Buffetts, and I would like maybe 10 Donald Trumps.
There you go.
Yeah. And Donald Trump's one of those rare guys where he was born into wealth and stuff like that, but because of how they were brought up, he was not like a lazy son of a bitch, dude. I mean, like if you actually look at it, like he's raised his children incredibly. Like Barron, Barron was in the.
Kyle, what happened to the camera?
Oh, somebody happened to the camera.
Oh.
Uh-oh. You see the Matrix. They didn't like what I was saying. I started talking about the Trumps and stuff and the time traveling, and then like I'm gonna find that book. There's a book talking about a Baron Trump and stuff. Time traveler book. It's a real book that actually existed. Yes, I'm gonna find it. Like I know it's gonna cost me a pretty penny to find it, but it's a very old book about time traveling man from the future whose name was Baron.
They're back.
From the past, I mean.
Yeah.
But Barron literally mogged like Justin Waller. How tall
really?
He was, bro.
Oh yeah, Barron's like 7 feet tall or some shit.
Justin's like legit like 1.5 inches taller than me, and like Barron was like almost a head taller than him. Like we're talking like what Barron Trump's like what 6'7", 6'6".
He's like a basketball player. Yeah.
He's really really tall guy, and I mean he's gonna be a president one day. Like it's not even far fetched. Like he is gonna be like a president.
A young one.
I would like to see Barron Trump run for president. Like even when I'm like in a nursing home and all the other stuff, I'd vote for the kid.
Yeah, like
interesting.
I'll run on my last term and stuff like that. I'll be like, I want to give my support out to Barron Trump, president. You know,
yo, there's someone that wanted to ask a question. Let's see, like there's a lot of comments in here. Do you guys want to take a minute and go through them?
Yeah, let's do that. I wasn't sure if like you like it was flickering because like
we got no, I have my bosses like text me and stuff. That mofo's never happy. But let's see. We got a vote for Miguel. All right. 1 vote for Miguel. Let's see. We got a lot of agreeing here.
Shout out to real John.
Yeah, real JFK knows his shit.
Definitely.
Win stream. Thank you very much. And then let's see.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, the ROI is raising your own kids is massive compared to outstanding for some randoms.
But this has been sort of a thing. Like you would only get that a little bit in the height. Like if you're very wealthy, like this is actually some big thing in Roman times where a lot of really rich noble families basically the mom and dad just be fucking off. Either dad's either a general doing some war stuff, and the mom's just having a time of her life, I guess. But they would be raised by the nannies and stuff. And then there's actually like a whole thing where like some of these rich noblemen would like say like how holy these nannies were, which is it's so crazy. Like some of these were like from the slave races and be like, no, they're all bad. But this slave woman, she was cool. She was one of the best ever because of course they got raised by them. Yeah. So it's kind of hilarious because that's what happens. They softened up after time because it's like they were raised by this culture, and then they're like, "Holy crap, they're not that bad." Really.
Right?
Yeah,
they kind of have some.
Caesar says, "Ask Charlie if he uses quadric formula in his price prediction."
No, 60-day cycles, Elliott wave, support resistance. That's all you need, baby.
Yeah, I use moon waves, blood moon waves.
Oh yeah,
and that's why you guys should use my link and sign up for their course, guys. They're gonna teach you everything that you need to know about the dips. And it's on the description of the video. Let's see. Left my ass off. Okay, I'm not posting that.
I think Benoit had a good.
Who's been? Oh yeah.
And low income real estate when he grew up taught him how to work with people, and promised himself he work in luxury real estate when he got older. Yeah,
because Trump's dad got rich by basically doing like copy and paste, sort of like he just built the same sort of brick buildings, and that's how his dad made all his money. And then Trump just like, yeah, Dad, this is really cool. I know how to do real estate now, but like, can we build some cool stuff? Can I build some luxury stuff? And then he went into Manhattan, and his dad was like, all right, bro, but good luck. I don't. Good luck. I hope you fail. Like, almost in a way, yeah.
Well, and his brother, what do you call it? Was like a pilot / alcoholic, and then he died somehow. I don't know if it was like in an airplane crash or like
alcohol related stuff.
Something crazy, right? And so like he's taught all his kids like to never drink like any alcohol or whatever. I'm like, that's pretty big impact. Yeah. And
there's a genetic thing for that too. Some people can't like process alcohol very well as well. It's not easy.
Yeah. They got part Russian in it now, apparently.
Someone asked me how much money did I make from joining the crypto mindset course. I'm a VIP, so I'm just kidding. No, so it depends when you buy in and stuff. Like when my account was approved, I was approved when Solana was about $25 higher.
Yeah.
So I would have made actually a lot more money because Miguel was like texting me. He's like, "Do you get Coinbase? Do you get Coinbase? Can get Coinbase every day." And like I take the L on not listening to Miguel sooner actually. Because I would have been having a lot more money, but right now
you'd be on a 2x right now, at least minimum.
I got 30% return on my portfolio since I've invested, but it also depends how much you put in too.
Yeah. And when you put it in.
Well, and you know how crazy that is compared to traditional markets. Like that is pretty much hedge fund manager ability, and you're like, oh, I could have done better. So it's like literally like in traditional markets, if you make more than 20% year on year, not month on month, right? Like you are basically returning way better than average. So it's like crypto or like, just got a 2x, just went up 50%.
I wish I knew you guys in like 2020 and stuff. Like when that whole crypto thing just went.
Oh, you've been really rich right now.
Well, it's glad good. Really well it's the same thing knowing us in 2024, to be honest. It's just that same part of the cycle. So yeah, if you didn't know us in 2020, this is your next best chance. The next best one after here is 2028 when Bitcoin's well above 100,000 steadily.
There's like an old quote, like maybe I'm trying to remember what it was, but maybe you weren't ready to listen at that time.
Yep.
There's a whole thing too, because we met people who were there, they were ready. They were not ready. And then later on, they were like, bro, I saw you years ago and I fucking regret not doing it now.
Yeah.
No, you know what? I regret not buying Bitcoin in 2013, 14, because I was actually at the store on Wall Street.
There's a Bitcoin store? What store?
Bitcoin exchange or whatever. It was like a little thing when they just opened up, and I was like thinking about like buying some Bitcoin because I know that store or whatever that they opened up in Wall Street was going to boost it.
Yeah.
Like I knew Bitcoin was gonna like implode, but it's like I helped my family instead, and I just I think about it, I'm like, damn it, mom, I could have bought your ass a house.
Yes.
The moral of the story, guys, buy their course. The link is in the description, and then that way you can buy your mom a house instead of giving her like your crypto money that could be making you money.
There you go.
Invest in Charlie and Miguel, not your parents, at least for now.
Well, you use our knowledge to compound what you can give your parents later, so that they don't fumble the bags for you.
L to those who don't listen.
Nope. L. Big L.
Dude, dude, I would have listened to you guys. I wish I knew you guys years before, because it's like you guys would have made me a very rich lady.
Hey, that's what we're gonna do, anyways.
It's still there's. Hey, don't worry, you're gonna reach there anyway, man. Like you came in at a great time, because imagine like you didn't meet us until 2025. You'd still make some money, but the runway would be really short.
Yeah.
So you're about to get when it's about to get spicy now.
Yeah, you got to get them on a, like, it's funny. Like, if you know what's happening in crypto here, I would say before mid-July, you pretty much are set for being able to have like a lot of runway for this bull cycle. If you start trying to come into crypto after July, you're still going to do well, but like, kind of like what Tiffany's saying there, you know, the amount that you could have done better just by getting into the market 2 weeks earlier, like, is pretty fucking significant. So
it's massive, dude. Like, I'm trying to, like, my mentor, my best friend, he actually followed Miguel on Instagram, because he was asking me about crypto, and I'm showing him the portfolio and stuff. So it's like, when it was that fat dip, I'm like, yo, bro, you need to buy this crypto now, because with the dip, my profit was at like I had a 75% return. And what the hell is happening to my
The Great Gatsby? You just won the lottery.
It was like, oh my god, this is one of the greatest.
what just happened?
Yeah.
Like,
you won the lottery by knowing us, and StreamYard knows it.
But I was like telling him, like, hey, buy it now, because I dropped like 70%. I went from like $12,500 to $6,900. And I'm like, yo, you need to buy it now. And now it's back up to like $9,000 or something. Like, not quite where I was. I mean, it's gonna rock after May. That's like why you're telling people, like, buy your course now.
Yep.
Learn what coins you're gonna talk about before the massive spring this summer, because you're gonna tell everybody the hot coins.
Yep. Yeah, we got our top 50 coin list. We have high growth coins. We have new coins versus old coins. Like, what's the risk analysis on that? We got a lot of ecosystems. We got, I don't know if you want to mention some of the guests that we have coming. God damn it.
Yeah.
As soon as we get to the
Matrix just attacks us, you know.
About crypto, because I think ever since I penned this comment, it says crypto over college.
Yes, actually, yes. You know, it's the craziest thing. I wish I would have just studied YouTube instead of going to college. It would have been way better.
We could have taken like a video editing class and stuff like
that.
I
would have been like 15 years ahead of where I'm at.
I just got all my student loans forgiven, not because of what they did with the student loan forgiveness, but like my trade school was like found to be like fraudulent. I got like a letter from the U.S. Department of Education saying I don't have to pay back my student loans. I'm like,
wow.
Yeah, I'm not going to mention what college and stuff, but there was a college in our area and stuff that was for automotive colleges. I think like 4 out of 5 of them were found to be bullshit, basically, and people got into huge amount of debt over them. And they're all working at, like, they're not even working at Jiffy Lube now. It's so bad, dude. Like, there's so many of these kind of bullshit colleges, and I wish there was more trade colleges, because like because of that scandal that happened, a lot of them were like got kind of defunded, and people were kind of afraid of going. So a lot of, like, just because of a couple bad apples, it kind of sunk the whole trade market, down there and stuff. So that sucks. But just to get you guys, so our first day of classes is going to be May 13th at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That's going to be the first class. On the 14th, this is where we're going to go over all the coins. Yep. We're going to go over the top 50 coins, as well as like
1 week from today.
1 week from today is when we are going to be talking about all the coin lists. We're going to be going over like where we're putting our money in and stuff like that. On the 13th, which is the day before that, on Monday, we're going to be talking about kind of like what do we see over the next quarter. This is what we do we give you guys a thesis. We give you guys a little bit like history of the past, the present, and we go into a bit of the future. We go we go like where we see this whole industry going, but we focus on what's going to happen over the next 3 months and how we can make money and what we should be looking out for. And sometimes, like, when some of these coins we had putting money into, they go up so much that we're like, hey, we need to get the hell out.
Like, that we need to take profits, but then also, like, each month that you don't get into crypto from here, you're losing out a lot on the market, right? And then basically sometimes like each week we have to change. Like people are like, okay, I was only able to buy a little bit last week. I got to buy more this week. What's a good price? We have to like change what is a good price on almost a weekly basis when things really get rampant. So yeah, like right now the market's kind of like in this crabby state a little bit, just kind of chopping sideways, which is a really good opportunity in the month of May and maybe June as well to basically be averaging in. But hey, hashtag not life or financial advice. If you don't want to listen to us and you regret it 10 years later, that's up to you.
You know, like honestly, like since I've been listening to you guys, I've been having gains. Nothing but gains. Like I'm hoping this summer, like my gains are enough to where I can go to Colombia for 3 weeks and get my teeth done.
Nice.
I'm gonna pay for my new teeth with crypto, guys.
Hey, why not?
Why not? I mean, I'll tell you this though, like with the portfolio you have right now, and especially you're continuing to dollar cost average, you're gonna hit that goal. Yeah, I'm not that worried about that goal. Yeah, yeah. The only thing we ever tell guys is like they have very unrealistic expectations. Like they think they're gonna turn $50 into $1 million,
right?
Something crazy like that. But you know,
you win, but it's not like crazy like the lottery.
People discount reality. You guys don't sell a pipe dream. You know what I mean?
Correct. Right.
It's like some of these courses that people sell online, and like these guys like keep taking it multiple times. You know, not saying with crypto, but like with other stuff, and it's like you can't seem to learn, and it's just like I come to found that your guys' course that you guys do is like the only beneficial course that's like actually out there on the internet that teaches people how not to be poor.
Yeah. And, you know, we see people here in the live chat, you know, who've made money with us, you know, just coming because they like this information during their day. And, you know, they want to let people know, you know, how much profit they've made or not like in dollar amounts or whatever, but just saying, hey, you know, we're up. And so like, you know, that's great because like just the organic, knowledge kind of transfer that we have over time like just gets people, you know, really excited about this space. And because it's like we said before, one of the only areas where the American dream is still alive.
Yeah, this new industry and stuff, because like it's a sort of thing where like if you can set up your tent, your flag and stuff, and kind of say, hey, this is my industry, and there's no OGs really, there's no certification, there's no you can kind of like you can get a mastery of it right now before even Wall Street's really even got a mastery of it right now. Like we're able to like jump in now and like compete and actually do extremely well versus, you know, it's not like stock market where like every single advantage has been completely stripped away, essentially. Like,
and you have to go GameStop to, you know, even fight back.
Correct. You have to do like mega Ponzi's or mega pump and dumps and stuff to even make any money. But I had a point and shoot, I lost it. Dang it. I don't know. I got distracted with GameStop. Actually, correct, yeah.
I'm so happy that doesn't happen to me that much. It happens to me all the time. I'm just happy it hasn't happened to me yet during this live because I'm like, man, my TBI got my back on this one.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I was going to say, you went black again.
Yeah,
BBC gang, we up.
This time it's from the waist up, not from the waist down. You guys are black from the waist up.
Yes, that's right. But yeah, we have tons of time. But now remember what we were going to say was the, you know, I think people always were like they're trying to go for that first million, right? But I don't think people because it's always like I remember being at this point where I'm like I couldn't even scratch together a couple $1,000. I couldn't even get myself, like I was working my ass off, working 7 days a week, couldn't save $2,000 to save my life.
Well, when we're young, right? A lot of the money that's income is also, you know, paycheck to paycheck, basically.
Yeah, exactly, right. But man, it hurts too when you're really working too. It's like, dang, it's like because some guys are like, I'm paycheck to paycheck, and they're working like 3 days a week. And I'm like, well, bro, you're not really working.
And there's some people who work 7 days a week and they're still paycheck to paycheck.
And that's when that
or
really
multiple
hurts.
Jobs too.
Yeah, the multiple job ones, right? So I was doing everything I could, and then people discount the most powerful money you ever get in your life is the first 100,000. I mean, people are like, "Oh, this is my portfolio. It's only a couple grand." And you know, if you're here right now and you're reasonable and you're still dollar cost averaging, you should be able to hit six figures. But people discount that first 100,000 is that money where I call it floating and stuff. It's the first time you're ever going to feel like, wow, like outside of like buying a new car, any really big gigantic purchase between a car, chicks, jewelry, houses and stuff like that, you really don't got to worry too much about groceries anymore. Your rent's going to get paid, internet bills, like all the like small stuff, like
there's a weight off your shoulders.
Yeah, there's like holy crap. And then you have time to think, and then you're like, I have this capital here, I can just throw something into an investment. Now you feel like you're playing the game of capitalism versus capitalism playing you.
Right. And so what's the method that you have to do to go there? If you know that Bitcoin goes by 4-year cycles, you good? Now that you know that Bitcoin goes by 4-year cycles, right, you can use each cycle to your utmost advantage. So let's say you have a 25x in this market from where we're at, right? You put in $4,000, right? Then you basically turn that into 100,000, right? That's your first 100,000. Your taxes take you down a little bit. You really want to try to go like for 150 plus. If you can hit that in the first bull market, and then, after taxes, basically you still have 100,000 in the market. Then you come to the bottom of the next 4-year cycle, right? Then you don't need to go as much high risk. You can stay in something like Ethereum or Solana. All you need is a 10x from there to get to $1 million, right? Yeah. But if you hit another 25x in the next bull market, on average, which we've, it does happen and we have done, then basically, boom, now you go from, a few 100,000 to a few million, right? And stuff like that. So you use each cycle to your advantage to kind of build yourself up that citadel, or build yourself up the generational wealth, self-sovereignty, and all that jazz. But
it's kind of thing too, when you have more money, you can take more shots as well.
Right. And people's psychology of money does change over time, because there'll be people who are like, oh, how much money do you need to retire? They'll say like $400,000. Once they get it, they're like, oh God, I did not understand money before.
Like,
they go quickly back to work.
I'm gonna live out, like, if I have $1 or $2 million, I'll quit my job. I'll live out in an RV. Like, bro, once you do it, you're like, I was dumb. Yeah, not right.
I wouldn't quit my job. Like I don't know, like crypto. I think crypto is great. Like, especially for women, I think women should be investing in crypto, because like it's like that fail safe in case like your relationship doesn't work out. You guys live together, and it's also an asset that women have the locking key to. Because I survived a very domestic abusive relationship, and it's like, he would take my cards, he'll steal money when I'm sleeping. And it's like, crypto is great because it's like, it has that encryption key.
Right. And the thing about the course is
money.
Yeah. The thing about the course is that we have the course on Telegram, which is an encrypted application, right? That people can't track and stuff like that. So if there is anybody, and we actually have had one of these situations before, that's all I'll say. Yeah. But basically,
pisses me off too.
Yeah. It's not a good situation. But can we come into the course anonymously? Absolutely. Right. You don't actually have to say who you are in the course either. And it's an encrypted app. So it's not hackable and stuff like that. So, for people who might be in some situations where they need that, we can accommodate that too.
We'll teach you guys how to stay safe, basically.
Yeah. Cause there's people out there trying, doing a lot of stuff. Like one of our students, I think, recently he almost had to amputate one of his legs. But basically figuring out, getting better doctors and then building the bag, after he recovered from that, has been, a huge part of his journey. So it's like everybody, you don't know what people are going through. So, we help out in any way we can.
Yeah, no, like I have my own personal goals with like investing in the crypto and everything. Like, I think it's great for vanity. Especially if you're, a woman like me and getting in their 30s and you're running towards the wall. Botox is great. Look, I like to have fun with it, because people are like, oh, aren't you're childless, all this other stuff. And I'm just like, yeah, but I got a lot bit more money for myself.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like also too, like single women and men should buy crypto, because it's like, when you do get into the family situation and stuff, that's money for your kids.
Yeah.
That's money to buy a house. That's like money to get your life together. And I think the government doesn't want you to get your life together. And that's why they impose so many taxes, the high capital gains taxes. It's like, ultimately the government wants you to be a slave to society, and crypto is the only thing that's going to keep you from being that slave to society.
Right. Yep. It's to destroy the family unit. Yep. I mean, that's what it is.
Yeah. Keep people in their, lanes is what they're trying to do.
Basically.
And then take people out of the biggest lane.
Be a good little worker bee, and oh, see, there we go. The Matrix trying to cancel a mindset.
We literally have never had this problem.
Oh no, never. I mean, it's.
We'll get it going, I think.
It is what it is.
I mean, we do it live. This is what happens when you get me to host it. Something will always happen, like fucked up. Like I can't even hear you guys in my headphones. Like I hear, I hear myself, but I don't hear you guys.
Yeah, I think that one that you grabbed there on the leg, the one on the leg was the right one. That was the issue. Yeah.
Dude, this is why you never let women host anything. We ruin everything.
You sound like Pearl now.
Repeal the what? What's that? What, the fifth or whatever the hell it was?
Yeah.
Look, like I feel like women, I think women should vote, but I think they should also take an IQ test. But I think everybody should take an IQ test before.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Like I was actually talking to a lawyer last night. Like I'm supposed to go on a date with him or something, and it's like I'm talking to him, and I was like, look, we were talking about the live video that I'm doing with you guys, and he's like, oh, I don't know about crypto and this and that, and I'm just like, bro, like when there's this big tsunami wave coming, and you're being that little tugboat, because I feel like that's what's happening. I feel like there's like an economical tsunami wave that's like coming right now, and it's like you ever see the tsunami footages of like the boats trying to get over the wave before it like goes. Psh.
Yep.
I feel like that's like what our country is at right now, and I think that's why they're pushing so hard against cryptocurrency.
So
they don't want us to be rich, man.
No, they don't want you to be rich.
They want you to gain freedom.
Rich people have options, and they don't like that, So they can't. If you're rich, they can't control you, or they can't control you as easily. So you can always bug out to another country or go or do be a digital nomad. But just kind of as like a last point and stuff like that. We're in the middle of the biggest wealth transfer in history. We're having retirement funds. We're having the global liquidity markets enter crypto for the first time. It's baby steps right now, but this is what's happening is we're able to buy into something before the baby boomers and before a lot of these equity guys can really, really get in. The smart money is buying right now, and they've been buying for a long time.
Yeah. You still have guys like Michael Saylor who have more Bitcoin than any country combined, and that's not going to last a long time.
Because people are saying, when is the world's biggest wealth transfer in history? Unless you start your own business or you're in this specific industry, the biggest wealth transfer in history is not happening to you unless you already come from a family that usually what that means is the biggest wealth transfer in history is happening means that the boomers and anyone older than a boomer right now is dying and are passing off real estate and properties and companies over to the next generation. That's what's happening right now. And part of that is actually the equities money, and then all the bond money and everything like that. That's actually transferring and starting to get digitized into crypto. That's slowly happening right now. So for us who don't have family members or giga rich or come from family wealth, this is how we take a wet bite out of their ass.
Yeah, they weren't going to give it to you anyway, so better to earn it.
It's better. Exactly. It's earned. And this is what happens anyway. There's sort of like a world calculus of like how many rich people there. It always like you can have periods in time where you have a lot more rich people than normal, but then it always kind of goes back to like an 80-20 rule.
And a lot of the time, right, especially in American history, it lines up with technology, right? So if you know AI, if you know crypto, if you know railroads, if you know radio technology back in the day, right? Like, yeah, you can become rich. But back then, it wasn't available to everybody. It wasn't democratized. It wasn't, as easy as a click on the internet or anything like that. Now it is. So we're living the best time in human history when it comes to money, because we found fire, basically.
Yeah. And Damien's right. Your family doesn't own real estate. You're really like effed basically, but you have a chance to buy digital real estate right now. Cheap.
And it's a commodity. The CFTC said so. SEC said so for Bitcoin.
Snoop Dogg have a house in the metaverse?
He does on Sandbox.
That's it. Yeah. I have one in Decentraland as well.
Yep.
And Illuvium.
Called like Wyoma or something like that. Like I think they're based here in Miami. I'm not too sure, but it's like a game where you can like buy cars and the real estate and like everyday type of items like from the game.
Yeah, maybe. There's a lot of different things coming out basically. So yeah, but Illuvium is one of these games that basically I think is going to do really, really well this bull cycle. And I think right now the cheapest land on that is like $500.
Yeah.
Man, dude. Listen, everybody, listen, chat. Get that second job and put all of it in crypto. Yourself will thank you years later.
Hey, take some risk, right? And at least understand the industry, get yourself financially literate, because if you're not literate about crypto or what people want to call it, digital assets, if you're not literate about this space, basically in 10 years, you're going to be, even more out of touch when it comes to finance.
Yeah, I think like we couldn't have done this live at like a better time with like streaming multiple platforms and telling people like you were pretty much fucked in 10 to 15 years, like picking peanuts off the ground to eat, because it's just like with the price of everything, just like, cars, real estate, like, dude, like when I bought my car, it's like the taxes on it were insane.
Yeah.
Like insane. And I'm just like sitting there and I'm just like, but your sticker price says $28,000. Why am I paying over this amount for it? It's like literally almost double.
It's a crazy world out there these days. So yeah, protect yourself.
Either I got screwed, blued, and tattooed from the dealership, but probably screwed, blued, and tattooed. But still, it's it's just like ridiculous, like the cost of eggs, all that other stuff. So it's like,
yeah.
I'm almost like, my intention of buying into crypto is like, okay, what happens if like, AI replaces everybody? And so, we're just slowly feeding into this digital currency.
Make sure you own a bot.
If a robot replaces you, at least you got your crypto.
Well, and you can own the bot, right? So the bots can pay themselves through smart contracts with Fetch AI or ASI, as it'll be moved here in a minute. So like, what I'm looking forward to is one of the days where, one of the days where basically you can buy a fleet of self-driving cars, get them all to get paid and, whatever. And then, basically go refuel themselves and pay in crypto and shit like that. So one of these days, but just the, yeah, we do got to get going here. We're going to be doing another stream in a minute, but, and the camera's, doing his shit again. So it is what it is, but, no, yeah, this is time to, be forward thinking, and at least, if the world goes to shit and you're rich, well, you're rich, right? And if the world doesn't go to shit and you're rich, well, you're still rich. So either way, that's not too shabby.
Money buys happiness, if that's the case.
It buys relief. It buys not poor, which is nice. That is partial happiness.
I feel like that is happiness, though. Like when it gives you the relief that you're comfortable and having that financial freedom and like being like, okay, I think like if people don't invest in like stocks and especially crypto now, I feel like 10 to 20 years, they're going to be struggling to pay their bills. They're going to be struggling to feed themselves. Like if things do not change in the world and stuff with how we're going, that's how it's going to be like. It's terrifying.
Yeah.
And you guys should definitely follow these guys. They're awesome. I got to see you guys when I come out to Vegas next week.
Oh yeah, hit us up.
Yeah, let us know.
I'm doing a show Thursday night. If you guys are done with your thing and stuff, Thursday night, Area 15.
Oh yeah. A lot of people don't know what Tiff does. Tiff does some crazy stuff. She does some cool stuff.
My day job. So yeah, no, my day job. Actually, I've had this group of friends for like years and years and years and years, and I, they've been wanting me to quit. Not really wanting me, but they've been telling me, hey, use your talent. Like, you're actually meant for something more than this. And they're actually the first people to hire me outside the industry. So nice. It's like I work for a record label and a talent agency, and they're like building me up. So they're my friends. So it's like, they're going to tell me every time I do something, this sucks. But every time they tell me it sucks, it's like I get more creative and like excel and grow. And so it's like I'm very blessed to be working on Electric Daisy Carnival next week. It's just insane. 15 years ago, guys, I went to this festival like when I was 17 with my coworkers from Knott's Berry Farm for my first job in Buena Park. We all go to EDC, guys. And it's like now, like I'm going on stage, I'm working the festival. It's crazy. I'm so nervous. I feel like every day it gets closer. Like my stomach's like going like this, but it's really exciting. I do a cool job.
Cool. Yeah, we look forward to seeing you when you get here. But yeah, thanks for having us on today.
Yeah, I'm gonna continue the stream a little bit longer and everything. But thank you for like telling everybody about your course. If you guys want to join the course, it's in the description of the video. Click on it. Learn how not to be poor anymore.
Damn right.
Smart idea.
No more poor.
No more poor. Don't
Later.
shake your booty for the dollars. There's a solution, guys. It's crypto.
That's right.
Peace.
See ya. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining. So, the link is in the description. Buy some crypto, guys. I'm telling you, buy some crypto and buy their course too, because they're going to be going into like the taxes. They're going to be going into the nitty gritty. They're going to be telling you when to sell, all this other stuff. So I highly, highly recommend you guys click that link. You guys join the course. It's going to be another 2020 with the crypto cycle. It's going to be pumping this summer. And these guys are really good at calling their coins. Like, I'm not going to lie. They are extremely good at calling their coins because it's like, I've been up and up. And I hope to continue to keep going up and up. And thank you for everybody saying that it's a win stream. I really appreciate it. I don't have super chats. We use my account, so it's been mostly just reading your guys' comments. I don't have super chats. But if you guys do want to donate, because I'm not monetized on YouTube yet, my Venmo and my Cash App is Tiffany is Wild. So if you guys want to give me a little donation chip and everything, that'd be great. Luckily this is not my full-time job. I actually do have a real job. So let's see. I'm like going through. No, Area 15 is the shit. I've been there a couple times. It's amazing. I love that club. The tacos are actually pretty cool. I like the tacos. Yeah, no, EDC, I will definitely be there, guys. You guys will see me at the Quantum Valley stage. I'm going to be wearing all black because that's the uniform. Look out for me. I'm going to be having black suspenders and my eyelashes aren't going to look like shit because I got to get them redone. Let's see. I got to get my nails redone. I've been so busy. I haven't been able to get my nails done, guys. Don't judge me. Sorry, I'm reading you. I'm like reading your guys' comments. But yeah, no, EDC is great. Like, is any of you guys going to EDC next week? Anybody going to EDC? Wow, this is a win stream. Like, I almost don't want to end it. I got like 2,000 of you guys in here. I've never had this many people in on a live video. Thank you, Charlie and Miguel, for bringing me all these people. Make sure you follow me. All in with Tiff. I'm be doing this as much as possible, but I also like am running like 3 companies pretty much, and it's very tiring. Let's see. Almost went, but not decided. You're very welcome for the great stream. Sorry, I'm reading your guys' comments. But if you guys never been to Electric Daisy Carnival, it's something you got to do at least once. You know what I mean? Like, experience it once. Experience the music. Experience the connections. Because, like, it's insane. I never met so many doctors that, like, rave. Like, doctors rave. The nurses are crazy, okay? And it's, like, there's a lot of different people you guys can meet. But it's, like, the course that I'm promoting with Charlie and Miguel that's in my description, like, I told them I wasn't going to be promoting their course, nothing, unless I see a personal gain myself. My portfolio is up 30%, guys, and it's only getting higher. Like the port, like the whole, I had a huge dip when that whole attack happened in the Middle East. I don't want to say like the names or anything like that, so I don't want to get banned. But like, it dipped so hard, and I was so scared that like the money wasn't gonna come back. And I texted Miguel, and he's like, "Dude, just hold, like you're gonna be good, just hold." And it's like it's up again, and Solana is supposed to hit like $800 this year, like 800 to. I read in the crypto like magazines, it's supposed to get about like 1,400, like. 800 to 1400, and it's going to be the number 3 coin underneath Ethereum. So that's something Miguel really told me to look into and definitely get. Like, Charlie and Miguel are like some of the nicest people. Like, I saw them here in Miami when they were in town for the Fresh and Fit stuff. I didn't even know they were gonna be on the yacht party. They were talking to some dude, and like they literally left this guy and ran up to me and gave me hugs. And then we all went to Moshi Moshi after. It was great. But no, their advice is impeccable, guys. Like, my portfolio is personally up. Like, actually, you know what? Just so you know, I'm not bullshitting you guys. I am going in my Coinbase right now. Let's see, my boss texted me. Sorry, guys. Coinbase. Okay. So, let's see, Solana and total returns. I don't know if you can you see it? Oh shit, hold on. It says total returns $2,010.84, almost at a 30% return. So when that whole attack went down in the Middle East, like, I was still up $300, guys. So don't panic, don't sell. I definitely panic, and I'm really glad I didn't sell. Oh, yeah, no, I blasted all these out, like, streamed across platforms, so I'm really sorry, guys. I fucked that one up. I was, like, really, really, like, trying to get this all set up, 'cause it's like, we were supposed to stream on Friday, guys, and, I was, like, dealing with some stuff with my health, and then, the next day we were supposed to do it, and I had like my alarm clock beating me up and I couldn't get up. And so like I've been kind of going through it with my health, but I'm okay, guys. But it's like I can't wake up to my alarm clock. It drives me crazy. So today I went to the dentist and I'm like, no, we're definitely doing this shit today, guys. No more putting it off. No more. But I'm happy you guys got to see the stream, and then I know we got some new people here that are barely discovering me. Now that I got the guys out, I'm gonna address the other comments. Someone asked me if I'm still gonna be doing red pill content or did I pivot. So here's the thing about the red pill. I there's a lot of things I gotta say that I don't agree with. I feel like it's like a man win and woman out in a sense, because it's like one end you promote like male degeneracy, and then while saying female degeneracy is bad. I just I don't know. I can't get behind it, guys. But no, I mean I'm still gonna do some of the content for Red Pill, but honestly, everybody rips Rolo's books off, dude. Like, everybody takes this man's work. Like, everybody takes Rolo's books, right? And they totally rip it. Like, and then they put a whole new twist on it. And it's, and it talks about like basically like how people are by nature and stuff. But it's like, you got all these people watching content and they're just like, you need to do this so you're happy. And you have a lot of fans that think they need to live by what someone tells them. And it's like the reason why I like Charlie and Miguel so much as creators is they actually genuinely try to help you get further in life and stuff, like with your finances, telling you to like get your money up. It's for your future so you don't live a stressed out life. Like, if I'm in my early 20s watching this stream, I would take in everything you heard on this stream and apply it to your life. Because if I invested the money that I was making in my early 20s, I'd be a fucking millionaire right now. But it's just like, that's why I make content to tell you guys, hey, don't do what I do. But I mean, there's 2,100 of you guys in here. You guys have any questions? I want to keep the stream going because I got a lot of fucking people here. Am I still chill with? No, I don't talk to them. We did that course and that was it. Let's see. How often do I stream and make content? I need to stream more, guys. Like, I'm not gonna lie. Like, I stream when I have free time, basically. Like, I didn't even put on my makeup. Like, I am like not wearing makeup. I didn't even like fix my eyelashes because, like, you know, like I got extensions like over there and they're like falling out and stuff. So I'm not trying to have them in because I only needed them for a photo shoot or a couple photo shoots, but I don't typically want to have them anymore. I think they're like a pain in the butt, and I like to like scratch my eyes too. But no, I don't make content as much as I need to be honest. It's just like working with the label and working with the talent agency and everything with media. It takes up a lot of my time because it's like they want me to get certain shots, and it's like I have to like research all this stuff. I have to go out and like practice things. And not only that, I have my clothing brand, liftedelements.net, where you guys can use discount code neighbors and get 15% off your entire order. I just launched it. This site. I just launched it. I worked very hard on it. I cried myself to sleep sometimes because of it, but it's finished. So, yay, entrepreneurism, which is a real escape from the Matrix, guys. Like people want to talk about the Matrix and like all this other shit, and it's like the real Matrix is financial freedom. I think so. I think it's financial freedom and getting your fuck you money up. What's my niche now? I mean, honestly, you know what? Like my whole thing now is like the common sense pill. Like, you know what I mean? Is literally the common sense pill. You know, I do have traditional values and stuff as a woman and everything. It's like, you know, I did grow up fairly religious, and but I don't talk about my faith all the time because it's just like I don't want people to think like, oh, she's talking about religion. She wants to be godly and this and that. But it's like I do have a higher power. Um, but let's see. It's more about common sense. I actually did go on Fresh and Fit. I was on Fresh and Fit 2 weeks ago. 2 or 3 weeks ago. Those girls hated me. Those girls hated me, except the Ukrainian girl. The Ukrainian girl was cool. But yeah, no, I just went on Fresh and Fit. It was a lot of fun. Myron let me promote my water bottle for free. I offered him $3,000 to let me allow it on the platform and stuff. And he's like, no, you're a friend of the show, do it for free. So win Myron, thank you. But yeah, no, it's just more like common sense stuff. Like, you know, I've been seeing a lot of stuff here in Miami, just you know, it's a lot of things have got me like really thinking, and it's just like I'm realizing the more that I realize how much I dislike people, like the more of my money that I make that I put into crypto so I can like, you know, like not have to leave my apartment. You know what I mean? Like I have everything I need in my apartment, and it's like I only leave if I need to. So it's like, you know, to save your money and all that other stuff, like make your apartment as cozy as possible. Invest in that. Your home is your sanctuary. Myron's pretty dope. I actually got my life like really well put together since leaving. And yeah, my experience is based off the industry. I mean, like, you know, the one thing I wish I listened to when I first got into the industry was people telling me to put my money away. But I was just like, you know, when you're in your early 20s and stuff, and a lot of these women don't really know about like finances and like how to actually really put yourself together financially. But one of the things I wish I listened to was buying Bitcoin. Buying Bitcoin and Ethereum. I wish I bought Ethereum. I had $1,000 and it was about like at like $150. And I wish I bought it, man. I fucked up. I didn't realize how big it was gonna be. And people are like, no, dude, buy Ethereum. And I didn't do it. But imagine if you invested back in crypto when you were in the industry. Yeah, I know, dude. I'd be fucking rich as fuck right now. I'd be owning my condo, not renting an apartment. I mean, I own my car. I guess that's a step in the right direction, but my next goal is a house. My next goal is to buy a house. I got the car paid off. Feel really good about that. But yeah, the next is a house. So it's like I bought into this crypto, and by September, October, with the other company I'm building, we're projected to take off. So I'm actually putting earnings I make from that company into crypto and having it as my long-term saving account. But the crazy thing is with crypto is you gotta write down your keys, dude. You guys need to write down your keys to log into your wallet. You need to make sure you can get into it on your computer. Do not lose that computer. Do not lose that phone. Do not lose anything. When you buy crypto, you need to make sure that you can get back into it. You need to make sure it's blocked, all that other stuff. Which Charlie and Miguel will be talking about, safety with crypto and all that other stuff in their course. What coins am I buying? So far, I have Solana, I have Phantom, and I have Gala. I'm waiting until I turn more of a profit with my business to buy more. I've been really dumping a lot of money in my business, and now I'm like waiting to see the return on it. So if you guys want to support me, liftedelements.net, so I can buy some more crypto, it'd be cool, and I can give you guys more advice, so I can actually tell you how my fucking money is going. But so far, my money is going pretty good. I use Coinbase and Kraken. I'm literally a crypto novice. Like I actually call Charlie and Miguel if I ever need help and advice. But the thing is like I'm their friend, so I don't know. Like, see, I had some Dogecoin and then like Shiba coin, but then it's just like I just like looked at the charts and it was too unstable for me. I can't really afford to gamble like that. And that's the thing with crypto. Everything's like based on what you're willing to gamble. Yeah, I have Kraken. I actually met them through Rolo. I met them through Rolo. Yeah, no, like literally, I can tell you now, their advice works. It's working for me, guys. Like it's like they literally give you a fail-proof safe like of information, and they tell you facts about what is like solid and what's kind of washy. I don't know. How did I meet Rolo? I met Rolo through the Fresh and Fit people. Because they knew I'd get along with Rolo very well, and like I'm one of Rolo's favorite people. I love Rolo. Rolo is one of my favorite people. He's amazing. I think Torsha pissed him off. That's why he's pushing me. No, I'm kidding. He says great things about Torsha. I almost called her Portia. No, Torsha. But no, another reason why he pushes me is because like I'm really trying to be a really good role model to other women, and telling women that you can change, and then also proving men wrong that women can't change. I think women can change as much as they allow themselves to. So I am pretty much like proof of that whole concept. Not only that, it's like proof of how Charlie and Miguel's concept works and everything. It's like it's already benefiting me. It's like I cannot make this shit up. About a 30% return on the investment. See, you know what? When I give advice and all that other stuff, it's like I either say shit that actually works or I would be like, hey guys, this is my opinion. You know what I mean? Like, I would never give you guys like advice that would potentially like, cost you guys some great harm. I would never want to be that person because I don't want to destroy my credibility. Like, my credibility, my reputation is everything to me. I love it. The party is in the room right now. We got like 22. Wait, how many we got right now? We went up a little bit. We almost got 2,300 people. Holy smokes. R.I.P. Torsha. That's funny. I've never been chill with that guy. We do not speak his name here. That dude is one of the most disrespectful people I've ever met in my life, and I literally have absolutely no respect for him. I actually threw a party when he got banned off Twitter. That should tell you how uncool I am with him after he disrespected me. That's the thing. When you disrespect me, there's no letting you back in. I don't let people back in once they disrespect me. Yeah, you know what? That dude should definitely put the Big Mac down, hit the treadmill, and stop putting other women down when he physically does not look that healthy. Sorry. And this podcast is brought to you by Black and Mild. I mean, to be fair, like Gary, he had no reason going after me like that, to be honest. Like, no reason whatsoever. It was uncalled for, it was disrespectful, and it was all to promote toxic masculinity. Like that is the definition of toxic masculinity. Do I think the fresh and fit people promote toxic masculinity? No, not really. I think they tend to be a little bit harsh with the way they deliver the truth, but if you look at what they say, not from an emotional standpoint, like you'd actually see value in their word. I call him Gary the burgers in his belly guy. He got too many burgers in that belly of his. I got a gym at my apartment, Gary. If you want to work out and lose some pounds and stuff, there's a personal trainer that lives in my building. We got a gym here. Come work out at my gym, lose the belly. I'm always an easy target. Here's the thing, like, you know what, you're so spot on about that, and it's like I am an easy target, but you know what the thing is, it's like people that look at people as easy targets are weak-minded people. I think those people are very weak. Like it's like you gotta pick on someone that is a vulnerable person. Even when I'm sitting there, like, and he was putting words in my mouth too, saying I'm like telling women to like do something when I'm telling them about a story. And it's just like there's a reason why the guy works with numbers, is because he's actually illiterate. That's why he works with numbers. He's illiterate. He doesn't understand what words came out of my mouth, and he was putting words in my mouth for clicks and views and all that other stuff, and try to feel masculine. And the guy is nothing but. I got nothing nice to say about him. Let's not talk about him. I don't want to have that guy be like, I live rent free in that bitch's head. Actually, he really doesn't. It's just people happen to bring him up, and I'm just happy he's off Twitter. But Gary, if you're watching this, get your fat ass to the gym. You're fat. I'm body shaming you. It's unhealthy. Lose that weight. Being fat is unhealthy. Women don't like dad bods. Go to the gym. You're so good at numbers. Count your fucking calories, okay, Gary? That's all I got to say. Nah, he's okay. You're okay, dude. I just I don't understand it. Like, see, that's what I mean with the common sense pill. It's just like, why do people think they need to yell at people to get their point across? You know what I mean? Like, the moment that someone starts yelling at me, it's like I tune them out. It's in one ear, it's out the other. Like, I literally, like, there is no value being brought to me when people scream at me. So it's just like it mind boggles me of like how people are, and they're just like, no, you need to take my beliefs by force or you're stupid. Like, it makes no sense. And then it's just like, I had this creator rip me on YouTube and all this other stuff, and it's just like, I feel like 3/4 of the people that make YouTube content are mentally ill, but you didn't hear it from me. I really think like there's very few creators out there that actually practice what they preach. Like I keep it real and stuff. You know what I mean? Like I do keep it real. Like, and that's why Charlie and Miguel love me so much because I make fun of myself. You know, like I literally accept what reality is. And if I don't like something, I do something to change it instead of bitching and complaining about it because people have normalized bitching and complaining on the internet. So it's like you want to get away from people's bitching and complaining. You want to live in a nice cabin in the woods. Buy Charlie and Miguel's course. Buy some crypto, guys. I'm telling you. Like that's what I'm planning to do. I'm freaking saving up my money and going somewhere to South Carolina and getting my ass a house on the country road. Oh yeah, no, dude, I'm hella chill. Like I don't know. I keep it real. Like when I do something wrong, I admit it. You know, I'm not really proud about my past. Do I regret it? No. Could I have been a little bit better about my financial decisions? Oh, absolutely. If anything I regret, it's not being more smart with my financial decisions. Other than that, I don't regret anything. Maybe some of the men I dated, but that's for another day. I live in Miami. I live here. I'm from the West Coast originally, but I live in Miami. This is my apartment. My kitchen's actually back there. You see my stove like right there. My little breakfast nuke is right there. I just like I couldn't put up my green screen by myself. Usually I have a green screen and this is all in with Tiff, but I decided to rock with no green screen today, guys. No green screen, messed up eyelashes, and no makeup. Freshly Botoxed. And nails looking like shit. Roughing it. I mean, to be fair, I went to a bunch of places before I decided to move to Miami. Like, I think my ultimate goal is like I like to buy a house like in Central America or like maybe in South America. I don't really want to like I don't know. I feel like if I want to kick the bucket anywhere, I want to kick the bucket somewhere tropical, beautiful. I mean, I like Florida, but I don't like the drivers here. Like, thank you. Yeah, no, my hair is just like a hot mess right now. Like, I don't know. I've been running to the doctors, trying to get labs done, going to the dentist, getting my teeth fixed. Like, so I hope this crypto makes me some money fast because it's like I want to get all new veneers and I recommend getting your teeth done outside the United States. Like if you can afford to go somewhere like Colombia and you got a passport, you can afford to go somewhere like Budapest, like go to another country and get your teeth done. But go to research your dentist first though, obviously, Miami is like the capital of sugar babies, working girls, OnlyFans girls, SWs. Miami is definitely the capital of that, guys. If you see a younger girl out with an old man, 9 out of 10 times that's not her grandpa. That's so fucking funny. Yeah, no, like yeah, no, it's way more than Vegas, bro. It's way more than Vegas. Like I think it's worse in Miami because Miami's the place where a girl will go home with you for $300. Oh yeah, no, it's funny. Like I'm really sad. I'm actually missing Rolo when he's out here and everything. He was supposed to come over and do content, but I have to go work EDC and take dope stage pictures and eat free backstage food. And my life is so horrible, and I have the worst job ever. I hate my boss. No, I'm totally kidding. I love my boss. I work for my best friend. He's dope. Got like duck lips. Like it feels so weird. Like having lip filler. Like I can't even tell you guys. Like it's weird. like you know what? I low key want someone to like make a meme out of this, and I want to repost the best one. Ready? All right, meme that. Tag me all on a tip. I want to see your memes, like, or even go back and screenshot that moment. Like, I really, really, really want to see some memes of that. I think it'd be funny. Like, literally, do your worst. I like have accepted it's like totally okay to make fun of yourself. Like, I feel like we need to do that again. We need to make making fun of yourself great again. Make fun of yourself great again. Oh, what's up, Biggie? Sorry, my dog is like saying what's up. Do you want to say hello to all the people? You want to crash my live video? Come here. Come here. This is my dog, guys. Okay, go over there. He's a little needy. Just a little needy. I mean, I wish my apartment was a little bit bigger. Like I realized like this apartment I moved into is like the smallest one bedroom they have. I was trying to get something humble. I even got like a shitty like couch on Amazon. I'm not even comfortable on. Like it's horrible, guys. It's fucking horrible. Like I want a new couch. But you guys should buy this crypto course. That way, you guys can buy yourself some nice shit after you make some fucking money from it. Hey. Where's everybody commenting from? Do I got any on X or anything? Sorry, guys. Just trying to read everybody's comments. Holy smokes, we got 2,400 people in here. That's a fat ass win. I wish I had like streamers or something, or like some like confetti, like silly screen. I'm like, that probably looked really bad. Sorry, I'm looking at everybody's comments. Oh, that's about your sugar baby stuff. You're asking me about sugar babies. But no, I think you guys should buy the course. Because you know what? Literally, I remember the last cycle and everything went up, and I was so mad at myself. I did not buy any crypto. I was so mad, guys. Like, and then not only that, like you need to know what coins to buy in crypto as well. Like, we're gonna go back to the stop being poor topic. Like, you need to know what kind of coins to buy, guys, because it's just like you buy the wrong coin, you're gonna lose all your money. You buy the wrong coin, you're not going to make any money. Like, if you don't know about the cycles and all that other stuff, it's like you're literally going to lose money. So it's like, don't buy crypto just to buy crypto. Buy crypto and know what you're getting into. Listen to people that are successful with crypto, like Miguel and Charlie, because it's just like, it's insane. I went to go pay for my stuff and they wouldn't let me pay for my stuff. They went to pay for dinner, and I'm just like, cool. Who do I Venmo? What's the Zelle? Like, don't worry about it. Like, crypto gives you don't worry about it money. Like, that don't worry about it money, guys, is like equivalent to fuck you money. So it's like the best feeling to have is fuck you money, because it's just like, you know, people say something, you know, like I've been feeling like that lately with people. You know, people say some shit to me, and you know, if I wasn't a little financially secure like I am now, it's like, you know, I'd be losing my mind. But now I'm like financially secure, and I'm just like, okay. That's what crypto's gonna do to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, literally, just be like, walk away, not have a care in the world, doesn't even phase you. And it's like most people actually like stress and like flip out because they're lacking money in the bank account. When you have less money, you are more angry. Trust me, I used to be one of those people. Like, I am struggling to buy food, and I'm just so angry at the world. And it's just like literally like financial freedom is true happiness. It really is. And it is just like, you know, do something for your future selves. The class is in my description of this video. All right. Do yourselves a favor. Get the description. Click the link. It'll be the best money you ever spent. I promise you. Like, I'm already up. And I got in on this coin before people were even talking about it as much as they are now. And because people are talking about it, the coin value is only going up. Yeah, there's going to be some dips. I freaked out a little bit. I had a massive panic attack when I lost 70% of my portfolio. I freaked the fuck out, and I called Miguel. I actually power called him. I called him like 4 times, like, should I sell? Should I sell? Should I sell? Oh my gosh, should I sell? And he's like, no, dude, hold on to it. Just hold on to it. And it went back up, you know, and it's still climbing to where it was before, but you know, it's only going to be going up, guys. Crypto is the future. Sorry, I was looking for my dog, guys. I don't know. I'm actually thinking about getting off soon. I was only like staying on for all the people that came in and watched, but you know, guys, I'm gonna probably do another stream tomorrow, maybe. Maybe I'll do it tomorrow. I'm gonna go in about loving your country and how it's great. But yeah, guys, you know, get into the course. Link is in the description. And escape the true matrix, guys. Like, financial freedom. Like, you guys are not gonna get any girls with no money. Like, let's be real. Like, bitches love money. And it's like, you know, you're not gonna have a lot of bitches if you don't got a lot of money. And you're gonna have a lot of bitches if you got a lot of money. So, you know, if that's something that you want to have, that Playboy lifestyle, well, you know what? You better get your crypto up. You better get your crypto up, guys. Like, I'm telling you. I wonder if you guys can hear the little kids screaming outside. Oh my god, I hate my apartment. I don't know if you guys can hear the kids screaming outside. I hear the kids screaming. It's bugging me. It's bugging the fuck out of me. But yeah, guys, hit the like button, hit the follow button. I am Tiffany Fox. You guys are following me from or finding me from the Twitch stream, or you guys came in when Miguel and Charlie were on my stream. I'm all in with Tiff. I talk about really dope shit when I do have time to stream. I just have a career change, and now this is like what I do for fun, guys. Like, this is for fun. This isn't even like a job for me. Like, I literally like come on the internet, I spit a bunch of shit that nobody cares about. You know, have my opinion like everybody else, and I'm just a thumbnail on internet. At least I know what I am. Fuck. Some of these people, man, like that are content creators. Oh my gosh, dude. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm gonna tell you guys something very real. I really dislike a majority of the content creators that are out there. I really dislike a lot of them. They're fake. They're full of drama. They like anything to sell you a dream, dude. Like it's like I really dislike most content creators out there. And there's a handful that I have respect for. Charlie and Miguel I have a lot of respect for. Rolo I have a lot of respect for. Like those three men like stay true to what they say constantly. Constantly. And it's like, I think people should be reading Rolo's books and like understanding and watching his content. Like listen to advice from a married man that's been married for like over 20 years. That's the best type of advice to listen to about women and stuff is people that have been married. Like not dudes that run through like 10 girlfriends every month. Like those are not guys you want to listen to. Not only that, those kind of guys would be the type of people that lead you down the road that's very self-destructive with disease. So I'm not naming names, bro. Like that's how you get slapped with defamation. Like I'm trying to protect my assets, not exploit my assets. And that's why you guys should do crypto. Like crypto's cool. If you guys got family in another country or like a third world country and stuff, you literally send your family money in minutes. It's insane. It's no like, oh, wait 20 minutes. Oh, wait a couple hours. Oh, you got to wait a couple days. Like, no, the money is there instantly. And it's just like, so now you're taking like stuff away, like, like the transaction fees from like Western Union, the other accounts that charge you a fee to wire money. I say escape the matrix. Charlie and Miguel, they took off. They're doing another stream. But if you missed them, you can rewatch the stream and stuff. There's a little back button. You just drag it and it goes beep. Drag it backwards. Replay. You missed the nitty gritty live stuff. Sorry, buddy. Hate to burst your bubble. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna get going. It's about my dinner time. Hit the follow. All my platforms across are all in with Tiff. So make sure you give me a like, give me a follow, and use my course link for Charlie Miguel's course. It's in the description of my video. Join right now, guys. I'm closing my link at the end of the week. Or in a week. I don't know. I haven't decided yet. I'll probably close my link when I go to Vegas on Monday, so you guys can like catch up on their webinars and stuff. But definitely. I think someone's gonna like clip this of like my eyelashes. Like, oh, her eyelashes are all fucked up. I know they are. But wait. Were you the female on Fresh and Fit? I was on the Ratchet 3 or 4 brawl. I was on with a bunch of BWs. That was interesting. Let's put the white girl on with a bunch of BWs. And then they're saying shit about the girls' tracks being out. I'm like, oh my god. Like, bitch, your track's out. I mean, like, I'm glad I didn't go on the show with my nails looking like this, because I gotta get my nails done. I broke one nail and I ended up just taking them all off and just said, fuck it. Bitch, I'm going to the nail salon tomorrow. But yeah, it's a Ratchet 304 brawl. But yeah, guys, give me a follow on the tip. Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to end the stream. I'm really happy This room made it almost to 2,500 people. Shout out to everybody that joined. That's like the biggest stream I've had yet on my account. So I much appreciate you guys. Give the video a like, share it, tell your friends about, this video, learn about crypto, and jump in that course now. It starts this week. Excuse me. Tiff out.